I just realized I look like a sunflower. गेंदे का फूल लग रहा है मैं आज. Okay, so I'll today, of course, we have with us one of my really good friends, Lehar Khan. She's an actor. She also does a lot of things. She's been making a lot of content right now in this time, and even before that, actually, she writes, she sings, she dances, and she has a lot to say. So I think it'll be fun. I'll wait for a few people to join. Before that, so we are starting, like with Semicolon Films, we are starting a podcast called Where We Talk About Films, where basic idea is to discuss cinema with people who've been working in industry for a while now. And yeah, so there are going to be directors, cinematographers, editors, and like a lot of film people. So I hope you guys have fun. We are planning to do, I guess, I don't know, very few episodes for the first season, so to say. And after that, we might continue, we might not, because let's see how it works out. And so yeah, let's add Leher. Add Leher first. Prerna is here. Hi, Prerna. I also thank you for the positive response. Hi, hi.
Hi.
Hi. I was just saying that thank you for the positive response for the previous episode. Like a lot of people really appreciated this initiative, and that's good to know. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, it's not like we were just having a conversation about this live session 5 minutes ago. So let's pretend we are talking after a long time. So what's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing in this weird, unique situation we are in right now?
Well,
Sorry.
I feel like the best thing is to kind of utilize the time well, and I'm trying to do that as much as I can. Try doing
Hmm.
new things. I have never made short poetic films, which I started doing,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that's something that I'm doing. Then I have I'm learning how
Hmm.
to write stories. I'm working on that,
Hmm.
and I have watched a lot of
Hmm.
films. Biggest thank you to you
Yeah.
also for all the suggestions, and yeah, so like yeah, utilizing my time well. I'm happy.
Hmm. So, main thing you do is that you're an actor, right? But there are a lot of other art forms you kind of practice, or you just like like to express yourself in a lot of other ways as well. So let's start with acting. Let's go back to the beginning, like before Jalpari. Like you wanted to become a dancer, and then you were in a film, like as the protagonist of the film Jalpari. How did that happen? Like how did it start? The whole thing.
So the whole thing actually started that yeah, I wanted to become a dancer, and then the next goal was to become a choreographer in life because like aim for things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
through dancing was
Hmm.
when I got my first short film. Actually, it was before Jalpari.
Mm-hmm.
That was called Destiny,
Okay.
and I got it
Okay.
through a dance competition. And I
Hmm.
won the dance competition, so they gave my name for the short film. And that short
Mm-hmm.
film was called Destiny, and it was for London. So, like a film
Okay.
school in London called Newport Film School.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
did that. Even in that, it was a protagonist character.
Hmm.
That happened, and I was too new
Okay.
because I was just 11 years old, and
Hmm.
I never thought of acting in my life because before that,
Hmm.
I have done acting as in like a summer break thing. Like, oh, there are 6 months, so let's
Yeah.
like 2 months, so let's just do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've
Hmm.
done, acting. And like it was more like a hobby, like all the other hobbies that I have. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, immediately I got Jalpari, which was a really big thing because it was a main lead
Hmm.
character for a feature film,
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
directed by the director of I Am Kalam, Neela Madhav Panda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a huge thing
Hmm.
to be a part of, and I didn't actually expect that that's gonna
Hmm.
like it's gonna
Hmm.
come my way all of a sudden because it was the same
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Like I just finished working on
Hmm.
Destiny, and within like a small, very short span of 3 to 4 months, I was in Jalpari. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
it was really quick for me, and I wasn't sure whether I want to even act, you know. But Jalpari became that one fun, like it was a very fun experience for me because
Hmm.
first it was new, second I was really young, and third I had a lot of kids around me in the film. So we used to
Hmm.
have a time pass no matter
Yeah.
what. We used to
Huh.
end up playing cricket. We used to keep
Huh.
doing things on set. So that
Yeah.
experience was more like that it went in a really beautiful way. It just went like in a very
Hmm.
kind of a way. Actually,
Yeah.
for me, acting became something that I want to do in life was actually through the next thing that was Parched that happened in
But
2014.
before we go on to past,
Mm-hmm.
before that, how did you know how to act? Because you never like did anything around acting, right? You were a dancer. You were dancing and you were studying like every other kid. You were in Delhi at that time. So how did you know how to act?
So I feel like as even as a dancer, you should basically know how to
Yeah.
act. You need to express yourself. Your
Hmm.
face should.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think that was very natural, and I feel like that kids always like it's way more easy to even if you have seen a lot of
Hmm.
films which have kids in them, they naturally do a
Hmm.
beautiful job because it's just so natural for them. So
Yeah.
of course you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So uh, so I think it was like that only that it was just that the entire situation of the film was explained to me, and this is what is
Hmm.
happening. And I think I just went in a very like flow of just the way it's going on. Like it was just
Hmm.
natural instinct, like a kid. Okay, tell me what to do. I'll say this. Okay, fine. I'll say this. Why am I saying this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my father said this. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. It was like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Hmm. But again, like when you so Destiny was a small setup or like because it was for London, like the setup was
So
big or it was very indie? Was it very indie or the setup was oh you're stuck. Your video was stuck.
just a second. Yeah. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. So yeah, Destiny was a very indie setup or was it a biggest setup, a big setup?
So it was basically it was near my house. It was a very small setup. It was not a very big setup. The
Mm-hmm.
entire story was
Okay.
basically it was a very heartwarming story. Of basically a child who finds a way to like education, but like
Mm-hmm.
that. So basically, that was regarding this. Her mother is a prostitute, and she doesn't know
Hmm.
that her mom is a prostitute, and she doesn't know that,
Mm-hmm.
but she works as hard as possible to let her educate, like go for education
Hmm.
outside.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So that was the thing that was the thing, and for that the setup was really small, but
But
the team
hmm.
was
Sorry.
actually the team was kind of like pretty much out there actually, because one of the team
Okay.
member gave my name for Jalpari, and that's how Jalpari actually happened. So
Okay.
with Destiny was that there were people from different places because they were like they were kind of studying in that film school,
Uh-huh.
so they are
Uh-huh.
from different backgrounds. Like, so basically,
Hmm.
there was this one person who's still in touch with me. It's been 9 years, and he calls me his little
Hmm.
sister. He's from Germany, Stephen.
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
basically, it's like that. That it was very, like it was very different. They were all from different places,
Okay.
but they came together like
Uh-huh.
that. So
Huh.
yeah, but
Huh.
overall, the
So
setup was not so big.
no, my basic question was that the Destiny was the first film you were doing as an actor, and what one thing really fascinates me about actors is that you have to play a character, you have to say a written dialogue and make it look like it's coming from you. You have to become a character in front of the camera, but it's not just the camera. There are like at least minimum 10 to 15 people standing right behind the camera. So you were just okay with that, like you just went in because of your experience on stage, or was it scary?
So it's a very funny thing. I think I don't know, but I feel like that I fear I don't fear camera at all, but I fear I can be a little scared from facing a lot of people altogether, but I have no fear when it
Uh-huh.
comes to camera. I don't know, I just genuinely
Okay.
felt it because before that,
Hmm.
being on stage, there were times when there was a lot of nervousness inside of me.
Hmm.
But when I did the film, I was not at all nervous, like nothing at all. It was just so natural,
Hmm.
that just happened, in the moment. That
Hmm.
that I didn't like. I mean, I think that's just
Okay. Okay. But at that time, you were also not considering acting as a career, right?
yeah.
You were just doing it for fun. Now that you are considering acting as a career, which is again like one of the most, so to say, risky careers a person can choose. Is it scary now that अरे यार ये गलत हो गया तो आगे क्या? Maybe is that thing in your mind? I know it's not, but still, what is it? What is it? How is it now? How is it different from Destiny? What has
Uh,
changed? I mean,
what's changed is that I think now I'm like very sure about that I want to do this. At that time, I didn't.
hmm,
At that time, it
hmm,
was just happening. Right now, it's way
hmm,
more in a form that I'm like I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Of course, there's a
yeah,
fear of a very basic fear of this one thing that is that because it's such a dependable job, it's
hmm,
very unpredictable. You don't know when
yeah,
that chance will come,
yeah,
where you will start,
hmm,
get like working in a way that you want to,
hmm,
But with me, I don't know right now. I mean, I don't know. I think I do have a lot of patience. I lose it sometimes, very few times,
hmm,
but
hmm,
I do have a lot of patience to, stay true to what I'm doing, what I want to do,
hmm,
and
hmm,
one day be able to achieve what I really want to in my head. And it's like it's
hmm,
not exactly how we see things. It's not just that I
yeah,
really want to, like, the only want is real want is to act, as much as I.
hmm,
So it's that.
hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so there's this one thing which you shared with me that people think that you did Destiny, then Jalpari, then Past, and now you're doing Brahmastra. I mean, you finished Brahmastra, the first part, but so क्या ही struggle है?
Yeah.
Struggle क्या है फिर?
Yeah.
है ना? तो क्या struggle है?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, it's just that it's like now when I sit and I tell anybody that this is all that I've done, is that
Hmm,
nobody realizes that there's a huge time that I've taken in doing those things. I mean,
hmm,
part was when I was 14 years old. I'm 21 now, and the last thing that
hmm,
I did was Brahmastra, and I mean,
hmm.
it's there in the making process, and it's been there for a really
Yeah,
long time. It's going on.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it's such a big, of course, it's such a big thing for anybody to get, like at a
yeah.
such a,
Of
of
course.
course, it's a huge thing, and
Hmm,
it was a huge thing. But it's just that after
hmm,
a certain point of time, it just became like that, you don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to worry about work because you will get it like this. That's the kind of things that I've heard,
hmm,
and that's
hmm,
not
hmm,
true. I still have to
hmm,
go through a lot of auditions, a lot of rejections, and sit at home and wonder that
hmm,
where am I going wrong? Like what
hmm,
is it? And it's
hmm,
like
hmm.
I think it's still it's the same. I don't think so that it's
Yeah.
less of a struggle because I've done that. It's
Hmm,
just that that's how
hmm,
people are taking it because I don't know why. I mean, I think it's just
hmm.
because one big thing you have gotten to do, but there are so many thoughts regarding that also. There's and you never know how a situation can be. Like right now, the situation is so bad, like the situation we are all
Yeah.
in from such a long time.
Hmm,
So we never know,
hmm,
and that's the reason why it's never good to, assume that the other person's life is like just like so smooth, like oh she is doing
hmm.
everything, because that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And okay, yeah. But again, so right now you are going through this. You said that you are going to you're doing auditions and then you're getting rejected, and that's been the journey for a really long time as an actor. So I just once went to Aram Nagar to a casting office for some reason. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most scariest place I've ever been into,
Okay.
ever been at. Like that was very scary for me because I literally saw people coming with the bag with a bunch of different types of clothes, middle-aged people, like more than 45, 50, and they just used to come and they used to ask the casting guy ki मेरे लिए कुछ है क्या? And then the guy used to say कि नहीं कुछ नहीं है, like intro ले लो, and they're like नहीं 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 चाहिए intro, है तुम्हारा intro, and then they used to be like okay ठीक है. Then they used to go to the next office, then next. How how do you function in this environment as an actor?
Okay.
How do you go through this? Or maybe you don't, but why would someone do this for being in front of the camera? Like it's very, for me it was very disturbing. So I don't know, what's your take on that?
Well, see, I'll be very honest over here is that luckily I have not been through that much of struggle in till now what I've
Hmm.
done. or
Mm-hmm.
not to, like, genuinely I haven't. I'll be very,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest
Yeah.
about it, accepting that.
Yeah.
But I've seen that for sure. And I feel
Hmm.
like, see, the thing is that there are they're different type of people with different type of way of thinking towards this particular art form, which is acting. There are a lot of people who come from a mindset which is that, okay, you need to look good to be an actor, you know
Hmm.
and there are few people who have an overconfidence about the fact that they look good and that's why they can be actor. And then there
Hmm.
are few people who just, they have just grown up watching films, all these films of
Yeah.
all big actors,
Yeah.
they're repeating
Huh.
their dialogues and everything, and all they wish
Hmm.
for is to even, be a part of that kind of, place.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
one. And then there is
Hmm.
one that, that who really want to just act. Acting is something
Hmm.
that is they are looking
Hmm.
for. So I mean, I
Hmm.
feel like that everybody who's coming from different background has one single goal, which is to just be able to reach there, no matter what. you know
Okay.
Even if it's
Uh-huh.
taking, it's just that even if it's taking a lot of struggle, it's just become a part of, the entire process now, that you have to go through this to reach that place. That's how even
Okay.
reality is kind of going,
Hmm.
right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you'll have to
Hmm.
go through all of these things so that you can reach one day to be that, and you do. Some of the people
Hmm.
do reach there as well. you know but it's just that, I mean, that's what I feel like, that it's just different. I don't completely agree to being, like, I never felt like that. It's not like it's something that feels like suffocating, or I don't like it or something. I feel like it's just a part
Okay.
of the struggle that's going on, because
Hmm.
it is such a, it's such a job, it's
Hmm.
such a work. It is.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Interesting thing you mentioned acting as an art form, which is usually not considered by the people. Like I've met a lot of people who you can see through them that the end goal is to become
Yeah.
famous. And even with films, like not like I guess very few people actually genuinely consider film as an art form. So let's talk about art in general, and then we'll come to acting as an art form. What do you think? Why do people pursue art? Why do artists exist? What is your thought process behind that? What's your take on that?
See, I feel like that art is like, I don't know, but everything has like that art inside of it. If you genuinely take it the way exactly it is. All these
Hmm.
forms of expressing yourself through different things,
Hmm.
whether it's painting, whether it's dancing, whether it's singing, whether it's anything. All of these
Hmm.
form of art, I feel like it's just that slowly, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like that. I don't know. I should say that or no, but I don't know. I feel like that money is
Maybe
something
you
that
should not.
is kind of corrupting most of the art. And I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, I don't
Yeah,
know
I agree
that.
to this. I preach this, huh? Yeah,
So
yeah.
money is something that's kind of corrupting a lot of art forms, and that's the reason why a lot of art forms are losing their, even the tag of being
Hmm.
an art form. And
Hmm.
I feel like that's also coming from, um I don't know. I mean, it's something that is obviously given importance, because in the end of the day, everybody asks, that what about the money? How are you going to survive?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a basic balance that is still, I don't know how to, like, I mean, there's so many people out there to bring
Hmm.
that balance. I just feel like that balance is just something that needs to be there, because sometimes I feel like it's just going in one direction. Like, all of a
Hmm.
sudden, it's just about
Hmm.
money. So all the art is gone away from it, which shouldn't be the case. It should be somewhere
Yeah.
in between,
Yeah.
balanced. So I feel like that's the reason
Hmm.
why the art is like, why acting is not considered as art, or like,
Hmm.
to a lot of people, to a
Films.
lot of
Yeah, yeah.
films or everything. So I
Hmm.
feel like that's one of the
Hmm.
reasons why I feel like it is. And
Okay. And sorry?
did I just divert my like
No, no,
that
no,
was the
no.
question?
No, it made sense. Now, yeah, yeah, that was the question. Now coming to the point that you are pursuing acting, you practice acting as an art form. Why? Why do you want to act? And like, what is that one thing which triggers you? And is it just acting in a film, or you're okay with acting anywhere?
So
Not like anywhere, but different forms of storytelling. I mean, yeah.
so see, acting actually, I'll be started like when I felt like that this is what I really want to do in life. was when I did Parched. I did
Yeah.
Parched, and there were
Hmm.
times while I was doing Parched when I just there were days when I was not shooting, but I used to choose to be on set only. I used to not be back in the hotel. So I used to be on
Hmm.
set, and I used to just sit there and observe everybody
Hmm.
was, because that's the
Yeah.
time when actually that childlike thinking regarding film was went like going away, because that was the time when I
Hmm.
really gave some time to it, and I was just like, okay, there are so many people who are making it happen. It's not just me.
Hmm.
It's not just because as a kid
Yeah.
you feel like when you watch a film, oh, well, there must be a camera and there will be an
Huh.
actor, wow,
Huh.
wow.
Huh.
So now
Huh.
sitting on the
Yeah. Yeah.
set, it was for the first time for me was like that was the time when I was really observing, and when I sat and I just looked around, and I was like, everybody is just running from here and there. This is happening, that is happening.
Hmm.
Somebody's on top,
Hmm.
somebody's here, and so many things
Hmm.
were happening, and they just made me like I just got so fascinated with the entire process of filmmaking at that time, and just to be on set, just that
Hmm.
one feeling, extremely satisfactory feeling of being on set. I don't know, it
Yeah.
has a different
Yeah.
essence, it has a different
Hmm.
feel altogether, but that was something that
Hmm.
just got into me, like this is where I feel like I belong, like it's idhar hi aana tha mere.
Hmm.
Why have I been
Yeah.
going around anywhere when this was the place. So
Hmm.
I felt that, and acting was something that like I don't know, I feel like acting, um as a profession for me, I would still like to be part of films, because I don't know, I feel like I'm way more stronger in front of camera, I'm way more
Hmm. Hmm.
open to the camera. And
Yeah.
that's why, yeah, films. And it can be different mediums, it can be different types, of course,
Hmm.
but yeah. And yeah, that's basically, there was this one scene that like stayed with me in Parched, I'm sorry, in Parched,
Hmm.
which was that it was me, and there was, if you have seen the film, uh it,
Of course.
people like, I
Yeah.
don't know,
Huh.
like whoever have seen the film will know that there's a scene in which that I'm putting ointment on Radhika Di, and
Hmm.
that's the first time we two connect in the film. And that was
Hmm.
something, that was the first time when Leena ma'am didn't make an animated story for me to understand the film. That was the first time, and just
Hmm.
like, just go with it, because I was too young to understand the
Hmm.
film, that I was,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, go with it, you feel it, and I don't know, but I
Hmm.
genuinely did feel uh, that pain that was there in the scene. Like when I was doing it, I
Yeah.
genuinely cried at that.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely crying. Me, Leena, mom, and Radhika, we
Hmm.
were crying for a really long time even after this. And
Hmm.
that's when I just felt like that. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Yeah, I can. I feel
Okay.
it. This is what I really want,
Hmm.
and I enjoy doing it. And I feel like that as an actor, I can just be anything. You name it, I can be.
Hmm.
Why not?
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
when acting just became like, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Okay. Nice. One thing I just realized that you mentioned Destiny. It's again about a girl, like prostitute's daughter. Then there was one film, Koldo, again women issues. Then there was Jalpari. There was this slight of getting rights and everything. Then after that passed, of course, again women's story, one of the strongest women's stories. You know where I'm going with this. So I feel that the sexism in our society is so deeply rooted that no one can become feminist. It's a journey you take, and you have actually taught me a lot. Like one of the biggest part of my journey of becoming a feminist is like comes through you. You have taught me a lot of things. But what do you? Why do you think? Because I know the answer of this, but I just want to know, why do you think it's important to fight this fight right now? Like right now, this is the time where we have to fight. Why do you think? This can take a while, but that's fine. I want to
Uh,
really want to discuss this, and then we'll come to women in cinema. Sorry, continue.
Okay. So, of course, all my films do have that
Hmm.
basically in that. And it's not that it was a
Hmm.
conscious choice, but I'm glad
Yeah.
that it is. Right now, listening to it makes me feel
Hmm.
really happy. Okay. So,
Hmm.
I will, okay. So, it's not that right now, it's important
Hmm.
to be, talked about. It's been going on for a really long time. It's been going
Yeah.
on for a
Yeah.
really long time.
Yeah.
It's a very long
Hmm.
journey of a lot of
Hmm.
people who have tried, who have started the moments, who have tried to voice themselves up for different things. It's been going on for such a long time. So I don't feel like that there's a particular time. It's just that with me, ever since I've been mature enough to be able to voice myself, I have kept that as a voice very strong inside of me. And
That was really early,
that was really early. Yeah.
like really early. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like that there was this conversation that I had with Lena ma'am once, and she told me this one thing, that no matter how much, no matter how young you are, no matter how immature you are, there is one single basic emotion that no matter what, a woman will understand, even at a very early age. And that is this
Okay.
one basic emotion of, being secondary, that we have been for all these. And it's something that is so so in roots of all of us, that the problem is that no matter how much we're trying to improve it, it's just the trial of kind of covering it up right now. It's not still not ready to question the roots, change the roots. And that's the thing that I want to really question up. That's something that I really want to voice up, because that keeps on coming inside of me. Because
Yeah.
as a it is definitely a journey to become a feminist. You need to
Hmm.
understand it really well. I think becoming that came to me early was because my dad is a
Yeah.
feminist. And I think that's a kind of conversation that's been in my family throughout. And it's like a lot of people think that it's the aggression, because you have gone through something, it's some experience that you think that that's the reason why you feel like that. Well, that never really happened with me. My family, I mean, me, mom, dad, it's the most equal environment I've ever seen around my entire world. So I mean, it was never that. It was just that when I observed things outside my family, the moment I observed things outside my family, it kept irritating me even more. You know, it kept irritating even more because I know what it can look like. If it's equal. I
Yeah.
see that in my house.
Yeah.
So why is it not like that outside? Why can't it be like a lot of other families being like that? Why can't it just generally be a basic thing? And that's the reason why
Yeah.
my question just comes from a very base form. That is, it's very rooted, is only because I feel like that nobody understands the roots. Nobody's understanding that it's not just education, or it's not just independence. It's in history, it's in biology, it's in mythology, it's in psychology, it's in everything. It's just very few people really question it or understand it. And that's the reason why I feel like that I want to question it from the roots.
You can go on actually. I know you have a lot more to say. You can go on.
No, we can move
Or let's discuss women in cinema. So right now when we were working up on the podcast, and when we came up with that idea of having the strong characters we want to have
yeah.
on the screen as the stop motion graphics, that time after doing that we realized that there are like really few women characters which are there, like which we remember very evidently. Why is that? What do you think? Because again, it's the same thing. It's the sexism, and a lot of people have discussed this. But what's your take on it? And is it changing, or is it just going into another dirty place of item numbers and objectification?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
why is that is I feel like because if you're only talking, see, now after like watching a lot of different kind of films, I realize that it's it's still there in a lot of places. It's not
Yeah.
just here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Of course.
what I've seen is that I feel like it's a very glorious representation or a reflection of our own society for so many years. Why it's glorious is because the secondary, it's shown, it's shown like a reflection of our society, that yes, it's a secondary character. But
Okay.
it is a secondary character. But it's so glorified in it's so balanced out that nobody really realizes that it's wrong, and it's been going on for a long
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that what I have a problem with is that from so many years, even if there are women regarding films coming out, they're not coming out from a thought process of telling a story of a woman. It's coming from
Okay.
a thought process of let's make a film on women. It's kind of let's do that. It's right now we have women issues. Right now just something happened. Let's make a movie on that. And that
Hmm.
is something which I feel like is wrong. Because if it's coming
Okay.
from a
Hmm.
mindset which is coming
Hmm.
just from incidents and not from the
Hmm. Hmm.
understanding of the differentiation that's
Hmm.
there. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, just a second. I'm so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So basically,
Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
where was I?
You were saying that if it's coming from the incidents and not from the understanding of
Correct.
it.
So they are coming from like all of a sudden something happened. Let's make a movie on that because it's a current
Uh-huh.
topic. But they are not made
Hmm.
with the thought process that like there are different genders in our society. We need to explore all of them. you know
Okay.
that's the problem,
Hmm.
that if we don't question the roots, that's not going to come out. That's what I feel like with
Hmm.
films, like even the films that are talked about regarding women, I don't know, but why they are not in their most actual form? Why do you have to make a woman strong with
Hmm.
some men, like quality of a male in them? Why do they
Hmm.
have to be strong
Yeah.
with all of those things? Why can't they just be the way they are? Why do I have to shave my head to look like a tomboy? Why do I have to be a tomboy to be strong? I don't understand. Why can't I just
Hmm.
be myself? Why can't I just be a woman who's strong?
Hmm.
And these are the
Okay.
things that I face a lot of problem with, especially in the films, because they are just so type. Okay, this type of woman, this type of woman, this type of this.
Hmm.
These are the characters which are given to them. These
Hmm.
are the stories that I want to write
Hmm.
about. And one more thing that I have a
Hmm.
problem with is that, like, I don't know, it might just sound like a it might just sound like a radical, and I don't actually believe in these different perspectives. I feel like if I want to say all the perspectives,
Huh.
but I feel like that it's um it's this, that after making 10 films on women, don't be like, oh, you know what, abhi 10 films aa gayi hai unke upar, let's make something new. You have been seeing the same shit
Hmm.
for 60 years. How are you coping with that?
Hmm.
Tell me that. If you're not tired
Yeah.
of that, then make 20 more years of just women cinema. Then tell me that
Hmm.
you're tired. What I'm trying
Hmm.
to say is that
Nice.
nobody really
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
understands that.
Hmm.
Nobody really
Okay.
questions it. You see two films and you're like, oh, दो films बना दी यार,
Hmm.
क्या बस कुछ
Hmm.
नया दिखाओ. And you have been watching the same shit for like such a long time, and you're not questioning or ever saying that अरे बस हो गया, एक ही सेम हीरो,
Hmm.
एक ही सेम हीरोइन, वो मरने वाला है, वो ये करने वाला है. No. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Now talking about films, one personal question. I'm a male.
Yeah.
Okay. In the future, if I want to tell a woman story, okay, from maybe inspired from an event or maybe coming from some other place, like the people I'm seeing around, how do I get the perspective right? How do I get that thing right as a male? Because there is no way for me to actually understand your perspective, right? Because I can't live it.
No,
So
I,
how do
I
I
feel
get it
like,
right?
I'll tell you. Just open your eyes, see around.
Okay.
Just open your eyes,
Okay.
see around. I'm telling you, when you
Huh.
observe things around you, when you observe things, and when you know that you have a perspective which is equal, even as a man, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if it's equal, then when you're going to see the world, you will see all the wrong things that are happening, and that's when you will automatically
Correct.
get the perspective of
Correct.
how you want to showcase it, because there's
Hmm.
nothing different again. Like, it's just human emotions, it's the same kind of emotions, it's nothing, it's just
Yeah.
we've been rooted from so many years to think a certain way, to be okay with so many things which are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that the perspective you can gain is that if your perspective is equal enough to understand what's wrong happening around, you can very easily understand, and you can have that perspective, and you can say it through your films. And make,
Okay.
please, that's my suggestion. Make as many films as you can make.
Okay. Now coming on a lighter note, you do a lot of stop motion videos. You've done a few with me as well. And how did that start? Like different types of art form, writing, then you sing, you dance. You said you mentioned it before, but all the other things. Why do you do that? You're also starting a blog now. So waiting for that. But again, different art forms. Do you pursue them as art forms, or do you just use it in a way that you want to express yourself in this form this time? So what is it?
So, see, it's also kind of inside of me from a really long time. Ever since I have been a kid,
Uh-huh.
I have been part of everything. My hands, like, they have been in everything, you know. Name it, I'll be there,
Yeah.
except of singing. Singing and music was something that I was really far
Hmm.
away from. But everything else, you know, I don't know how to click pictures. I'm going for a photography competition just randomly. That's the kind of
Hmm.
person I was. Just
Oh, you're that kid.
yeah, I have been that kid.
Uh-huh.
Done everything, you know. Like you name it. Legit, I've made borders for all the boards in my school. I have made charts. I
Uh-huh.
have been in dancing. I've been in painting. I've been in sketching. You name it, I'll be there. You know. So
Hmm.
it's that is the kind of kid I've been there. And you know, there was
Yeah.
a point of time in my life when you know
Hmm.
there was this thought which was which was basically it was a fear kind of a thing in my life because my dad used to say that you know you might end up being jack of all master of nothing, you know, and
Oh, yeah, I've
and
heard that.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I have been in that fear for a really long time, thinking of it like oh my god, shit, you know, I
Yeah.
should take one thing and be like the best in it, but then I realized
Uh-huh.
why. So I never really changed that perspective or that approach that I had.
Hmm.
And that's the reason I still continue doing everything, even singing joined
Hmm.
in. That was thanks to my
Hmm.
friend Akasha. He genuinely thought that I have a nice
Hmm.
voice, so he just told me that you can. And he's such a good singer, so I just believed him. I was like, really okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I started singing and all. So, so the thing is that I never gave up on. I never
Hmm.
gave up on being jack of all. I actually became jack of all, and I was like, I'm happy. Like you name it, what you want to do,
Hmm.
I will do it. I can do it. I am more
Hmm.
happier in that rather than being master of one thing and be like, oh, I can't do that. I've just mastered this one thing. You know, I'm more happy being
Yeah.
good in everything. And as an
Uh-huh.
art form, yes, of course, it's like I like to understand it. I like to study more about it, understand it even more in detail and everything, whatever I try to do. But yes, definitely
Hmm.
use it in a way of expressing myself a lot. There are
Hmm.
times when I feel like that I can just express myself through one of my paintings. So I'll just paint it. I'll just paint it. It's I
Hmm.
never had this understanding or concept of what great or what like amazing is, you know, like it's just
Hmm.
I want to express myself. That's all I want to do. So I
Hmm.
did it. I don't know whether
Hmm.
it's gonna. I know
Okay.
it's gonna be the voice. I know it's gonna say what it has to say, but I don't know what great or amazing or that is. You know, I will just do it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So unless and until you don't have, huh?
one thing
Continue.
that is that I'm
Bolo
very
bolo.
proud of is that um, if if I'm asked to do anything, no matter whatever it is,
Hmm.
I know that when I'm doing it, I'm gonna put my 100% in that. You know, that is for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna
That.
nail
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know? So that is
yeah.
there.
Hmm. Sort. ये सही है खुद की तारीफ खुद ही कर ले तू. Okay, so no, I was asking that you mentioned that you express yourself. So unless and until you don't have a thing to say, you won't do, you won't paint, you won't write, or you won't do any type of art or anything,
No, I will
right? I
still
mean, I'm asking you.
no, I will still do. I
Sorry?
keep doing that. That's something that is a part of my life. I cannot like. There are days when I'm just lying around.
But the things you have shared, they always have something to say,
Yeah. So obviously, I would.
like loud and.
Yeah.
Huh.
Of course. So the thing is that whatever I just have so much to say. I have so
Hmm.
much to say that I
Hmm.
mean, whenever I try, like even if I'm just lying around in the bed and I just feel like I want to paint right now, the painting won't be randomly there. I know that the moment I'll start making it, it'll be something. It will be a voice because I have so
Okay.
much to say, so it's subconsciously always there. Whether it's in writing, whether it's in painting, whether it's in anything.
Okay. तो ओके तो फिर कुछ सुनाओ सर अभी इट्स वेरी वियर्ड टू टेल यू कि यू आर एन एक्टर तो एक्ट करके दिखाओ है ना सो एंड इफ आई आस्क यू टू सिंग राइट नाउ यू विल किल मी आफ्टरवर्ड्स सो लेट्स जस्ट गो विद like one of your poems maybe or an article anything you've written
Okay.
just recite anything.
Okay, but then you're gonna promise me that you're gonna sing after that. You're not gonna kill me.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna sing.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Wait, okay, I'll. So basically, there's this one thing that I'm working on right now, and I recently written
Hmm.
it. It's called Gulab. It's a poem, and Okay, I'll read it out. Okay.
Yeah.
गुलाब is the name. Okay. इस गुलाब के फूल के ठीक नीचे कुछ छोटे नर्म से कांटे हैं, वो चुभते नहीं मुड़ जाते हैं। ठीक वैसे ही जैसे वक्त ना होते हुए भी हम हाँ बोल दिया करते थे, क्योंकि ना बोलना सीखने में तो अभी वक्त था बढ़ने में, वक्त था बदलने में। ये नए हैं इस दुनिया में, फूलों को और वक्त है खिलने में, कांटों को और वक्त है पकने में। वो साथ बढ़ते हैं एक दूसरे के लिए, मानो एक ना हो तो दूसरे का कोई वजूद नहीं। फूल के बिना कांटों को कौन देखेगा, और कांटे ना हो तो फूल का जिंदा रहना मुश्किल। जैसे हम और हमारा अंतर्मन, जितना मजबूत वो उतने ही बेफिक्र हम। तो ये फूल और कांटों की दुनिया है, पर हम उस प्रकृति का महज एक हिस्सा, जो सबको एक सा बनाती है अपने अपने।
क्या बात है, वाह। ओके, नाइस। एक्चुअली गो फॉर अनदर वन, मजा आ रहा है तो फिर और एक सुनाई दे, और कुछ भी, लाइक एनी राइट अप, एनी पोएम, एनीथिंग, जस्ट स्टक एट अ वेरी बैड प्लेस. हाँ, नाउ योर वीडियो इज, या.
Okay. See, I have written recently in this lockdown. I have written, I don't know, surprisingly, I've written a lot of poems. And write up is something that I'm still stuck with because I'm kind of working on it, which is basically for my blog.
Your blog.
Yeah. So, okay.
When is that coming out?
Huh?
When is that coming out?
There's some time, but I'm working on it. I've been working on it. Okay. There is this one poem which I really wanted to. I wanted to share this actually. I wanted to make something on this also. It's very close to my heart because it's for. Okay, I'll just say.
Yeah.
So the name of the poem is Kali. Okay. And I'll read it. अखबार में इश्तेहार आया है, लड़की आज भी गोरी चाहिए, दूध मलाई का जिक्र होता है जब बात होती है उनके। हाँ, ये हम हैं जो कहते हैं कि ये गलत है, वहां ये नहीं होना चाहिए। ये हम हैं जो घर जाते हैं और चिल्लाते हैं, ये काली थोड़ी चाय बना देना। काली काली बुलाकर इतना दबा देते हैं कि रंग काले होने का दोष वो खुद को देते हैं, बिना सोचे बिना पूछे ये सवाल कि तू भी तो मेरे जैसा दिखता है। टॉल, डार्क, हैंडसम लड़के तो चलते हैं, हम ऐसे ही समाज से हैं जो गलत नहीं बदलते हैं। वहां को गलत बोलकर घर आ जाते हैं, चाय के लिए आवाज देते हुए सब भूल जाते हैं। आज हर घर में वो एक काली है जो सोचती है कि काला रंग गलत है, हमारी सोच नहीं।
क्या बात है, सही है यार. Nice. So when are you making something on this?
I don't know. I'm in the process of, like all of a sudden, because I'm exploring so much, I'm also exploring the fact that I want to do everything in a new way. So that's.
Oh, you got stuck. Is it your internet or mine? Because I can't. No, it's your internet. I can still see Prerna's comment. Hi, Prerna. Where your internet is gone. Maybe switch to data or something. So basically, Lehar Khan left. That's rude. I guess she'll join again. But I was talking about the podcast. So the first episode is dropping next Sunday, and we'll soon reveal the guest. And actually, recently we shot. Hi Prerna. I shot one mood piece which will be coming out hopefully soon. That was with Lehar, and there are a few things we have planned to execute right now. Semicolon films, I mean, and I'm having fun doing this one. Lehar is still not here. I guess we'll wait for her. I don't know. Thank you. और क्या बातें चल रही है कमेंट्स में? Okay. I guess there's an internet issue, and we'll still wait. for her to join back. Oh, Zubin was here. I'll tell you, actually, oh, hi, Bhumik. We're actually doing our next live session with Satyajit Rajan Nimbalkar. That'll be hopefully Tuesday. And I don't know what to say right now because, hi, Rahul. So we'll just have to wait for her to come back, and then we have 10 minutes to discuss a few things. Oh, hi, Lehar Khan is here finally.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so
Really
sorry.
very weird space.
I'm so sorry.
I had
Uh,
no worries. Yeah, continue. So you are in the process of making a lot of things, and you're discovering that कुछ अलग तरीके से करने का.
yeah, I mean, I want to find new ways to do them. And I think that's where I think I'm learning a lot from is also through exploring so much. So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying that a lot. And
Uh-huh.
so even these are in my, list of things that I want to keep doing, and I'm kind of working on whatever I can. Also, right now, because of the situation we are in, kind of resources are something which is something a little kind of
Yeah.
worrying me as much because I'm trying as much as
Yeah.
I can do through my house only. So that is one, but I'm still thinking and I'm working on it. Gulab is something that I'm working on right now. So I'm
Nice.
first have that and then yeah.
So there's a blog coming out. There are like 2 videos you've been working on. There's one I was just saying that we shot a mood piece that'll be coming out, and so yeah, a lot of things are
And your
coming out. What are
podcast
you?
is
What are
coming
you?
out. Our podcast is coming out.
Yeah, the podcast is coming out. That's something I mentioned that next Sunday our first episode will be out. What are you watching? We see that on your stories, but Iranian cinema is something you are exploring right now. How is it? Let's talk about Iranian cinema because we have to promote that kind of cinema in India so that people stop watching shitty
Yeah. That
films.
is something that I'm going to answer and I'm going to question you also because I know that even you love Iranian cinema, right? Like you just love it. So yeah, I have actually explored like couple of things and I'm really, really happy that I did. Before that, I've been a very well, I used to watch a lot of mainstream films.
Not
also.
a film buff.
Yeah, but I've never been a film buff, exactly. So,
Yeah.
like I have, and also like I always like I had a choice in the films that I was watching though, but still they weren't like as good and everything. So right now I'm really excited. Right now, the best is I think Iranian cinema happening to me is my favorite.
Your video is stuck. Just saying that your video is stuck. If there is an issue, you should fix it. I can hear you. Oh yeah, the video is back, blurry but fine. Okay, continue. So Iranian cinema is something you're exploring right now. We can hear you.
Yes. So Iranian cinema is something that I'm really happy that happened to me. Is because I have explored so many. My favorite being Abbas Kiarostami, and I've been watching his films. I am really happy that I am. There are a couple of his films, one of them being Close Up, which I love. And so many so many different Iranian films are like something that I'm exploring and I'm really liking. Is because there's so much layered, there's so much layered things that are coming out of it. And it's taking time. It's very real in time. It's telling exactly what's happening in the moment, So all of these are the like, especially being Iranian cinema is something that I'm really really happy that happened, and I'm like it's like enjoying the most. But I want you to also actually tell me what do you think about it because you have been watching it too so much.
I've started I started watching Iranian films long time back, but then in the middle I was exploring some other type of films. That one thing is there that it's about the small things you do. It's about the small things which happen on screen, and that just makes you realize that okay, this is what this character is doing, and this is the reason behind it, and it just helps you explore yourself more. That okay, if this XYZ person is doing such a thing, then maybe that's where that person is coming from. So there is this one filmmaker you mentioned, Abbas Kiarostami. So there's this other filmmaker which is Asghar Faridi, who made Separation in this. the salesman. There's this one line he said that there are no good people and bad people. A lot of people disagree to this. To an extent, even I did. But he just says that there are no good people and bad people. There are just people who take actions,
Coming from somewhere.
and that's something got,
Yeah.
yeah, that stuck with me. That and that's what his cinema is all about. And again, Abbas Kiarostami, people need to watch his films to understand to what extent an experimental film can go.
Exactly.
Like his last film, 24 frames, is just 24 static frames for 2 hours. And I hope, like, I don't know, in this lifetime or maybe next lifetime, even like, I don't know when, but I hope Indian cinema reaches like even close to Iranian cinema in some way, or any other type. Like there are a lot of filmmakers in Asia, like Japanese filmmakers, and a lot of filmmakers are doing experiments because they are getting the space to. So I hope that Indian films allow it
Yeah.
to the filmmakers who
Yeah,
are
like,
here.
I feel like that
Now your video is stuck.
I feel like that it's more regarding, just staying true to the art. That is really
Yeah.
something that, needs to happen, and
Again, that's the second half. Like first half is to consider film as an art form.
yeah.
Then we'll be like, yeah,
Yeah.
Phil said truth. Right. I guess there is a huge issue with your internet. So I'm not able to see you, but I hope this was fun for you, and it was great for me. I'd like.
Can you see me?
You're getting stuck again. No, I can't actually. I can hear you actually. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. With
Sorry, come
your, I'm facing the same issue with your thing also, that I can't see you, and I don't know why.
Okay, so let's change this to an audio podcast. Just promoting our own thing. Okay, so this was fun. I got to know a bunch of other things which I didn't know, which is the main point of this whole thing, that telling the stories we don't know about.
And that is that you have been doing this a lot, and you have been trying to talk, like you're talking to so many people, you're getting so much of knowledge from them. So why not giving it? Like why don't one day we have a live session where you be the guest, and I will ask questions, because I think there's a lot of things that can be talked about, and you have so much to say. So why not that someday?
Let's do that. I like to do that. In fact, I was planning to go live just like randomly, just like that, and just have a conversation. But if you're hosting me, then that'll be great. Let's do that. I love to share what I have to say.
Yeah.
And I guess at the end, that's the point, right? Let's support each other so that we can fight the big ass corrupted system. So thanks again. Thank you for doing this. And
thank you for having me.
This was fun.
Thank you so much. It was so much of fun.
Except all the internet issues.
Yes.
Except all the internet issues, you explained a lot of good things and gave a lot of good points. So there was a point, and Akarshak is finally here.
Hi, Akarshak.
A little too late.
Thanks for
a little too late.
The opportunity that I had in my life.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for coming, and we'll do another session. Next session of Ankahee will be, this is just me promoting the thing, because why not? So next thing is happening next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is this Tuesday only, with Satyajit Rajan Nimbalkar. Hopefully he'll be able to make it. अगर plan में change है तो change कर देंगे यार, जुगाड़ कर लेंगे कुछ तो, independent cinema type की तरह.
Because internet is, I think, a part of it only, so I'm not going to like completely be against it. It's okay, but have good internet issue. Don't have good internet issues like we had.
Yes, please. So okay, chalo, it's been a great session.